Let's go into high school, or when you're playing in this band, right? You're playing heavy rock music.
Yeah, man, heavy metal,
Heavy metal.
almost like death metal, man. It was great, and I loved it. And I still do to this day. It was the Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. I loved all those bands. I still do.
Yeah.
My father didn't care for it. My father like, hey, ¿qué pasó contigo, Pipa? You know, he didn't
Yeah.
like the heavy metal stuff. However, at that time, rock music and Latin rock music was very popular. You know, my Carlos Santana redid one of my father's songs, Oye Como Va,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Wow, this amazing rock performer from San Francisco redid one of my songs. He did it in a Latin rock version." So that's when he got tuned into that style of music. But he was always into jazz
Sure.
and mambo music and salsa. But it was great, and he had some drums. You know, they tell you as a kid, you know, as well as I do, you know, the parents tell you don't touch things, and then you do as a little kid, you go and touch them. So in the garage, Dad had a lot of drums, and I went in there and I started whacking on the timbales and the drum set, and
Now,
that's how I got
how old
into
were you at
playing.
that time when you started to touch the timbales?
Okay, so I started off a trap kit at the age of about 13, 14 years old.
Yeah.
And then I started working in the band at school, you know, the high school drumming band. And then I started a little rock band at that point. So it was from the ages of 13, 14, all the way till I was about 17. But there were timbales in the garage too. So I was kind of just playing with those a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was more into the Def Leppard and the rock music at the time.
Is
Phil
that
Collins,
right?
you
Yeah.
know, and I was all into that. My father didn't like it,
Now,
but
did
I
you
loved
have the
the
long
fact
hair,
that
the
I got
long
into
rocker hair and all that too?
Yeah, man, I had it all. Check out my Throwback Thursdays. I'm always throwing up my hair and stuff, and
Yeah.
it was a great experience. I'm glad that I got that opportunity. A lot of people always think that my father taught me how to play timbales or play drums because my dad was a drummer as well. He played the trap kit before he played timbales.
Okay.
He's also a piano player and sax player, but my father told me to go to school and learn how to read and write music, and I'm glad I got to do that throughout my my college career, and then all into my high school.
Now, where did you go to college?
After high school, I graduated Tappan Zee High School. We were like the Puerto Rican Jeffersons. We moved on up.
Yeah.
We started out in Harlem, then we
Yeah.
moved to the west side of Manhattan, and then as Dad's popularity grew, we got a home up in Rockland County. It's about 20 minutes north of New York City.
Okay.
And my mother still resides over there. And that's when I was coming out of high school, and I went to Rockland Community College up there. And then after that, I really wanted to get into a vocational school, into learning how to read and write music, because my father, as I was traveling with him, he wasn't teaching me. He was only teaching me the business side.
Yeah.
He wasn't teaching me how the authenticity of playing, feeling the clave rhythm and all that.
Sure.
So I'm glad that I got that opportunity. I went to Five Towns College in Long Island for 2 semesters, and was a great feeling. And then after that, everything kind of just took off with the Latin rhythm, that I felt.
Okay. Okay. So did you graduate?
I did not. I actually went 2 semesters there. Then I went back for a 3rd semester. And at that point, I fell in love with my cousin said, come on down to Miami. I was already about 20 years old. He said, come down to South Florida. There's a big Latin conglomerate of people there. Latin music was very hot. There was a radio station there that played your songs all day long, called Power 96.
Sure.
And they were rocking just Latin and house and freestyle and dance music and hip hop, Latin hip hop. I fell in love with it. And at the same time, I was still coming out of the rock phase. I was getting into the Latin music simply because I was traveling with my father a lot more. And I decided to relocate to South Florida.